Hey everybody. Hey, can y'all hear me? It's beautiful. Go get my charger. My little portable. Wait a minute, y'all. Go get my little portable. Okay, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Whew, let me know if everything is okay. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining me on New Year's Eve. It's nice to be with you guys on New Year's Eve. Uh, let's see. You may put it up for black. No, just charging. But for some reason, that's still in the dark. Please get your face off the camera.
I thought you wanted me to turn it up.
It's already up. I want you to face
Hey,
off
y'all.
the camera. And I want you to plug that up. Sorry, that went over there. Okay. Just in case my phone is out. Okay. Hey, everybody. First, am I echoing? Please tell me, make sure I'm not echoing. Let me know if I'm echoing, y'all. Okay. Um, how's everybody doing today? Hey, Kiki, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back to you too, Coco. Um, what's the topic? Mr. Jordan, what we're talking about, something really interesting. I was on one of my lives, and I think it was Pinky Wells. She came on, and we were talking. I was saying, how could 8 women pass away in West Africa and there be no outrage? There be no outcry. There be nothing. There be no media sensation. There's nothing other than me, you know? And I'm like, what? Where did this lack of value for Black women, Black American women, come from? When did it start? I want to know, when did it start? So one of the ladies on the show, she said, I think it was Miss Pinky Well. She said, "You sound low." Okay. Do I still sound low, y'all? Hold on. Okay. Let me know if I still sound low. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay. So she said something that made me think. She said, "Have they ever cared about Black American women?" And I thought to myself, have they? I mean, I thought they did. I mean, just like off the top of my head, I'm like, of course they care about us. But then I started looking at things. I said, no, that's your opinion from your experiences in America. You think they care because of the experiences you had in America, but you're not all the Black American women. You can't speak for all of them. So you got to look to the research to give you those answers. You can speculate, but we don't want speculation on my channel. We want facts. That's the problem with Black people, with our people, is that we like distant. I sound distant. I don't even know why I could sound distant, because everything is up, everything is on. I don't know what it is, y'all. I have no clue. But anyway, okay. So I said, I'm going to, now tell me if y'all can still hear me. Make sure I'm not echoing, because I did make some changes back here on this back screen thing. So I said, I have these little conversations with myself. So I said, self said, just because you had a nice life, just because you had certain things granted to you, you can hear me a little. I have no idea why y'all can't hear me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me and Nia. But that's two people. Okay, if y'all can't hear me, y'all let me know, okay? Because it could be like she said. Okay, you sound good. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. So it's easy for us to fall into our own thinking related to our based on our own experience. And that's what was happening to me. I was falling into my own thinking based on my own experience. Okay. So I'm thinking, yes, of course we have, our country cares about us. Of course, black women are cared about. Now I hear some kind of static and stuff, but I don't know what that is. Am I echoing? Y'all tell me if I'm echoing. So I said I can't base my experiences on I can't base my experiences on what I can't base everybody's experience on my experience. I have to go look at the data. I have to go see what the facts said about Black American women and if this country did care about this. Okay, because there's got to be some explanation to why it's the end of the year and nothing is still being done about these women that we know of. I haven't seen any major news program. I haven't read any major articles. I haven't read any articles actually about them or about this what's going on. Nothing. So there's got to be some reason for this. This can't just be happening just because it's just what goes on. So that's when I was like, maybe Pinky has a point. Let's look into this. And that's what I did. And that's what I came back to you guys with to let you guys know what did I find. Do they care about us? Do they care about these 8 women? Does this country care about these 8 women who just passed away unexpectedly in another country? Not even in their home country, y'all. In another country. In another country. Some of them we don't know what happened to them. Most of them we don't know what happened to them, and we won't ever know what happened to them. We won't ever know. That's why I said there's no way this year should go out without people being outraged about what's going on in West Africa with these Black women. They should be outraged. And after what I found out about what's going on with Black women in America, you should be also outraged about it. So I don't understand how we can be so outraged about everything else except about the Black woman. We're not outraged about nothing that happens to her. Nothing. What I found is that she has to look out for herself. She has to stand for herself. She has to speak for herself. Because if she doesn't, she won't get hurt. She won't get hurt. So that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about, Mr. Jordan. Okay, so I sound good. Yes, your voice is good now. Okay, okay, okay. Yay, good. So Gambia should say, y'all. Let me look. I can't read that. It says Gambia is good for vacation, not to live. The healthcare is not up to par. No, it is not. And in most parts of Africa, it is not what we're used to. It's not. It's just not. I would go get, yeah, I would go for like a vacation. Like when it get cold here, like now I would go to Africa and live there. When I retire and stuff, or when I just decide I'm going to completely, work from home, work on my own, um, where I can work anywhere, then that would be nice to get away from the cold and then come back. But I just couldn't live with that um, whole Africa environment 12, 12 months. I couldn't do that. 360 every day. No, I couldn't do that. So, what we're going to talk about, I need to introduce the ladies. Hey, Pinky, I need to introduce the ladies because some people don't know the ladies. Some people don't know who these 8 ladies are. Now, let me tell you how I found out about these 8 ladies. It's just crazy how I even found out about them. You're not going to even believe it. I mean, it's just like it just came to me. Like, this is what you're supposed to talk about. This is what I want you to talk about. And this is what you're going to talk about. So, I was on talking on one of my live broadcasts. And then, don't worry, some of the brothers, hey, Mr. American First Rifleman, how you doing? Thanks for coming back. Um, so I was on there and I was watching, we were talking about repatriation and how the repats don't tell us the truth. How for some reason they paint this picture to us, this fake dream to us. And someone came on there, I can't remember who it was, but he was one of my friends from the UK. And he said, Kiki, there were 2 sisters who were murdered, who were unalive and died over a land dispute. And I said, what? He said, yes, there were 2 sisters who were unalive in Ghana over a land dispute. This is the first 2 ladies I'm telling you about. Their name is Jeanette Dollar and her sister. I don't have her sister. I think it was Susan for some reason, but I can't remember. But I'm going to just call her sister. I'm going to call her sister. Okay? So Jeanette and sister, they are from Michigan. They decide they want to go back to Africa. They're into this Black nationalist movement. Let's go back to Africa. Let's acquire land. Let's do everything W.E.B. Du Bois did, and let's go back and let's start there over. All right, so that's what her and her sister did. So let me go to my video. I'm going to play just a little bit of that for those who don't know about Miss Jeanette and her sister. So once they get to Ghana, of course they telling us, oh, it's easy to purchase land. They're telling us, oh, it's easy to purchase land. It's so easy, it's no big deal. Well, when they get there, somehow they get into this land. I'm going to show this fair use anyway. Somehow they get into this land dispute. I don't know how, because she thought she bought this land fair. Okay. So she's not really sure, but it looks like the land was sold without the knowledge. And this happens all the time, people in Africa. That's why you got to be careful. You cannot go over there playing around. If you don't know what you're doing, you better not go over there. You better not go over there. So she go over there, and I'm not saying this is her situation, okay? I'm just saying, I'm just speaking. So she goes over there and she wants to buy this land. All right, her and her sister. So, oh, thank you, Mr. Rifleman, for the $2 holla. Thank you so much for that. So, oh, he says keep warning and educating on the move to Africa. Thank you so much. Yeah, I plan to because there's a lot that people don't know, and that's the problem. All I keep remember is when I was little. I used to be this really big Christian when I was little, and I used to read the Bible all the time. And I remember in the Bible, God said His people were destroyed because they lacked knowledge. They lack knowledge. And I thought, how awful for people who love God to be destroyed because they don't know. Because they don't know. And then I realized they don't know. Because a lot of times the people who have the information, they don't share the information. They hold on to the information for some reason. And then I realized that's power to some people. That's power. Having the information, controlling who gets the information, who knows and who doesn't know, that's a form. And that's why it's so important that we educate each other, that we make each other aware of what's going on in Africa. Because so many of us are interested in going there. And we gotta make it a safe place. We gotta keep it a safe place for us. Hey, Mr. Uganda, how you doing? So I'm reading all of this. And then I said, okay, she gets there. Let me put the video on real quick. She gets there and she's in the middle of this land dispute, right? So guess what? She goes to court, she wins in the courts and everything. She wins in the courts and everything, y'all. And then guess what happens once she wins in the court? She goes home and the family she was disputing with, she's sitting on her couch. Let me tell you the rest after this. Jump into this story because I hear the video story. I want to make sure I give Miss Salters justice on her story and give her a voice because this lady is not getting. She hasn't had a voice. Her and her sister to me have not had a fair voice from what they went through. Okay, because they truly believe in this repack journey. They truly did. They truly did. Okay, so let's talk about Ghana. We're going to start off with Ghana because that's where they went to. They repatriated to Ghana. Ghana, you guys, it's number 6. It's highly rated as a safe place for African Americans to repatriate to. On the surveys that I looked, Ghana is very high. It was rated 6 on this survey that I'm talking about now. Okay, but it's usually higher than that. Ghana's rated really high, and that's because African Americans who are there, who live there, who repatriated, and who have visited, they say that to them, Ghana is a safe place and they feel free. Okay, and I understand that. So let me elaborate what they mean: safe and free. Okay, like in many places in the United States where I live at. Okay, but I live in a place that's very segregated. All right. There are neighborhoods that African Americans. Okay, we're gonna stop there because I don't want to play the whole video. But I think for this one, you gotta go through the whole video to really get the story. So I'm gonna summarize the story up for y'all because we got a lot to go through, and I don't want to get caught up with the videos. Okay, so if you get a chance and you don't know about Jeanette, Miss Jeanette Salters, go back through. Okay, go back through my channel and go check out her video. Okay, so this is what happened because I can sum it up because I know these stories like the back of my hand. So her and her sister, they go to Ghana. She buys this land. She's arguing with these family members who are now coming on the scene saying, no, that's my land. You have no right to that land. That's our family land. We don't care if he sold it to you. He didn't have our permission to sell it to you, and we want it back. Of course, she's going to say no. She's paid her money for it. No, I want my land. She's already built this house on this land. She's in this house living and everything. They go to court. court ruled in her favor. Court rules in her favor. She thinks it's over with, right? She thinks, okay, because here in the United States, what would we think? Oh, y'all, fireworks are starting. Kiyomi is scared. Lord Jesus. She over here jumping already. Oh, my goodness. Um, so, in the United States, you go to court, that's the end of it, right? Well, no, not in Africa, because you got to remember, there's the court system and then there's the traditional system. And in the traditional system, the chiefs rule, and whatever the chief says, it goes. So the chief did not agree with the ruling, okay? He was backing the family. So at the family believed, well, since the chief said we got a right to this land, it's ours. So guess what they do one day? The young boy, he's young. He goes inside the house. She comes home. Miss Jeanette comes home. Guess who's sitting on the couch? He. He's telling her, you need to get off this land. This land belongs to my family. You have no right to this land. He's telling him the court's rule. He don't care about. He's telling her, I don't care about the court's ruling. I'm telling you, this is my family's land. He ain't going no. He said, okay, we'll see. And guess what? The dog is up. The house is up. I think that's Miss Fowler, Miss Jeanette, and her sister both end up. Uh, they both end up. They believe Jeanette, the old one, some shit, and to machete her and put her in the shower. The sister came home. And they still want us to believe this was sister comes home 1 o'clock in the morning next day. Sister comes home. She's unalive the same way. Very sick. They don't even want to investigate this. They don't even want to investigate this. The Americans who were living there were becoming outraged. They demanded that something be done. They united as one voice and said, no, no, no. You're not going to sleep this afternoon. You're not going to let this get, you're not going to act like this just did not. So they investigated. It was a big investigation. That's all in the video. They arrested the boy. He didn't go to jail. No one, I believe, has went to jail for this. They arrested a whole bunch of people. And it was just ridiculous. The cover up and how they tried to put it on this person, put it on that person. But the whole thing goes back to that we can't be just over in Africa willy-nilly by ourselves. We have to be a unified front. And we haven't been. So let me tell you another story. And this is the second lady. Her name is Danita. All right. Danita is her story takes us to Nigeria, right? She is Danita was introduced to her husband by a friend, okay? And the friend met him online. She didn't even know him, okay? The friend didn't even know this dude. Let me show y'all a picture of Danita. She met him online, okay? So she met him online. He was trying to talk to her, the friend. But the friend didn't want to talk to him. So the friend introduced him to Danita. Now my question is, friend, and this has always been my question, If you don't want to talk to him, why do you think Danita want to talk to him? Tell me if I'm echoing y'all. Why do you think Danita want to talk to him? I never could understand that. Well, let me go to my channel. I got this channel. Okay. So, but Danita did, honey. She did. But you got to remember, I didn't tell y'all this part. When Danita met him, she was depressed. Okay. Danita was depressed. And Danita had some sicknesses. She was diabetic. She had some mental illnesses that she was dealing with. And this guy made her feel loved and important. This is Danita. Let me see if we'll play a little bit of this.
If you're worrying, know there's someone working.
So we'll just play a little of this one. Let's see what this for you. Is it playing here? Okay. Okay, tell us if it's playing or not. Okay. Acceptance and self love. So let's read this real quick, you guys. It says, "Today I vow to stop being." Okay, now we're going to stop there with Danita. Because it's a long one. This is another long one, y'all. As y'all can see, this one was a lot of videos. This was maybe 6 or 7 videos about Danita. And how I found out about Danita was crazy, y'all. I was I help people with immigration paperwork, okay? So if people have questions about their immigration paperwork or have questions about their relationship, they write me and we do a consultation over the phone and then we follow up. Well, this was a follow up call with somebody I had did a consultation visit with, not a visit, a call, and she asked me. This is her. Let's look at this one so y'all can see what it is. I'm not gonna look at the whole thing. Oh, you can't hear it, Mr. Uganda. You can't hear it. All right. So if y'all can't hear it, then we're gonna stop it. All right. So let me tell y'all the story. So y'all seen what she looked like. That was Danita. All right. So let me tell y'all. I'll play the video and I'll tell the why it don't have no sound, but y'all so y'all can see what she looked like. So I don't know why we don't have no sound. I don't know what the problem is, but we just gotta go keep going. No sound on that one. Oh wow. Okay, so look, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the story. We're not fooling with the videos. I'm gonna show them, but we're gonna just keep on so y'all can see what they look like. Because I don't know what's going on with these people tonight. I have no clue. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So we're gonna go back to y'all can see her, and I'm gonna finish telling y'all the story. Okay, that's Danita right there.
Horrible, incomprehensible. I'm feeling it's grueling to know that I am separated by my husband for another who knows how long. I haven't seen him in 16 months. Can you imagine? Even military-wise, I don't even think can say this. You have not seen your husband in 16 months. And on top of not seeing your husband in 16 months, that in the middle of that, he was violently assaulted and almost died, and you couldn't be there for him. So I'm out here doing what I got to do. I'm a single mom out here. I don't have help, I don't have food stamps, I'm grinding my fucking ass off out here to just be a single mom, keep my kids happy, keep my kids engaged. And I'm out here
Yeah, this thing
suffering,
is crazy.
struggling, hurting, angry. Like, this shit ain't no joke, I try to help and do as much good as I can.
Okay, so Danita's talking about being away from her husband. The husband was, again, remember she met him 3 months. She known him for 3 months before she went to Nigeria to be with him. Okay, 3 months. And she goes to Nigeria to be with him. Tell me if I'm echoing, because I hear an echo. I don't know what's wrong with it. I see 4 of me waiting backstage to go on. This is crazy. But anyway, so she goes to Nigeria. No, I'm telling y'all how I found out about Danita. The lady I was doing a consultation for, he said, "Have you heard about Danita?" And I said, "Who is Danita?" She said, "Danita is one of the ladies who goes to Nigeria, and she came up missing." And I was like, "What do you mean she came up missing?" She said, we don't hear anything from her anymore. Like, she was on YouTube, not YouTube, she got YouTube, she was on Instagram, she was on all social media, and then all of a sudden we just didn't hear anything else from her. So I'm like, "What do you mean?" She said she just disappeared. And she said, and the next thing we know, we've seen her burial services. Her husband was burying her. And I said, "What do you mean her husband was burying her?" She said, "Kiki, her husband was burying." And I said, "Y'all don't know what happened?" She said, "No, nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows what happened." So I said, "Okay." She asked me to check into it, see what I could find out. So that's what I did. And then I went through the whole series, okay? It's all on my channel, y'all. She had a autopsy. They say she did. Of course, they said she passed away she was diabetic. So of course they said she went into a diabetic coma and she passed away from the diabetic coma. But the autopsy was not right away. The autopsy, I believe, was like 3 or 4 months after she had passed away, because he didn't even report her passing to the authorities. The uncle who lived in the UK had to do that. Okay. Her story is also on my channel. Where's the outrage about Danita? Danita, now I'm going to say there was outrage. I'm not going to say there was not. There was a lot of outrage. She had a friend who started a whole Facebook campaign about Danita, justice for Danita. But see, you have to understand, people, the government cannot get involved or will not get involved. If your family does not suspect foul play, if your family will believe whatever they tell them, then the government is going to be cool with it. The government can't tell you, "No, I'm going to investigate anyway." So Danita's family felt like, no, we didn't want an investigation. We felt like there was no foul play. So that was the end of the story for Danita. Her son, went through I don't know how much to get back to the United States, but the embassy had to get involved to get them back to the United States. So that was number 3 in West Africa. All right. So let's go through these comments real quick. That's number 3. Now, number 4, I'm going to tell y'all about her. Her name was Latricia. Latrice. Latrice. Latrice, I believe she is from Tennessee. Now, Latrice had went to the Ivory Coast. I can't find why she went to the Ivory Coast. I can't find any of her social media. I don't even know if she was on social media like that. Her story came straight from the news. Her kids, see, her family members went to the media, and her story was on the news. Let me pull up her picture so you can see this. So she went to the Ivory Coast for a visit, right? She said she's going to go visit somebody, a friend in the Ivory Coast. She gets to the Ivory Coast, okay, and they said first she goes to the hospital. She has malaria, and she's only been there like a short period of time. Okay, now I'm gonna just go so y'all can see what she looks like, because I'm not gonna play the video, especially not this one, because every time I play this one, the news people get paid for this one, not me. So we're not playing this one. So where is it? So every time let me go. Her name was Latricia. She was from Tennessee. Okay. So Latricia, she then she goes and visits a friend, right? She decides I want to go to Tennessee to visit one of my friends. The friend calls, I guess the friend calls back home and says, oh, she's in the hospital. All of a sudden she has malaria. But I'm like, she just got there, y'all. She was only there like 2 days. Let me put this in here. I can't find it. She was only there like 2 days, right? So that was the first thing that made me suspicious, because I'm like, how could she just be there that short period of time, and all of a sudden she's sick. I don't see it. Okay, y'all. I'm not gonna keep looking for that. Let me go to the live videos. Maybe it's on the live video. But I'm gonna tell y'all the story, because again, the videos take too long. Y'all gotta go through my channel. Y'all gotta look through the videos. So she goes to the hospital, y'all. Goes to the hospital. While she's in the hospital, right, her blood pressure goes up. All of a sudden, her blood pressure goes up. So then this is her right here. So her blood pressure goes up. After her blood pressure goes up, she all of a sudden, she passes away. And I kid y'all not, it was like she was there maybe 3 days, I believe. She was in Ivory Coast maybe 3 or 4 days. Her kids went to social media. They went to the news, and they asked the news to play. I can't find the video. They asked the news to play the video. They asked the news would they help her raise money. So they raised the money for Latricia to come back to her body to come back to the United States. And I keep looking for updates, but there's no updates. I'm like, okay, this should be some type of update. Somebody should do some type of follow up. What happened when she got back to the United States. But honey, I don't see anything. I've been looking and looking for an update on this case, and I don't have any clue to what happened after she got back. I don't know if they did another autopsy when she got back. I don't know. I know she didn't have one when she was in the Ivory Coast. Because once they got the money, they brought her back home. All right. So that's number 4. All right. So now that she was in the Ivory Coast. Now that brings us to Gambia. Again, we're not going to go to the videos, because the videos, if you want to see them, you guys got to go through my channel, because it's a lot. You see, I'm having trouble finding them because there's so many of them. And for some reason, YouTube don't put them in order like that. So now we're in the Gambia. So I am minding my own business, and I get a message that somebody passes away in the Gambia, a lady that I know the lady who passed away in the Gambia. And I said, who? They told me she had a YouTube channel, but they didn't know her name. All right. They said she was a very nice lady and they were really concerned about her because they heard that she had been found in her house unresponsive. So I got on the phone, I contacted people that I knew in the Gambia. Y'all gonna have to find these videos. Here she go. I contacted the people that I knew in the Gambia, right? And I asked around to see what they could find out, but nobody seemed to know much of anything except for Sisters International. I found that was a common link for all of these women passing away with Sisters International, these Gambia people, except for this last one. It was Sisters International, okay? And Sisters International said that this lady was found in her house, but I believe they either told us she had an asthma attack or it was something like what the other lady passed away from. It was similar circumstances. You know, that's why I was like, now y'all not supposed to hear this one because I'm music. But it was similar circumstances, you know. It was like this is her. And it was making me think, okay, but this is the first one. So I'm like, okay, they said she had asthma and she had asthma attack and she passed away. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, we don't know for sure. But as I went through her YouTube channel, okay, her social media, I never see anything about her being sick. Usually, if you're sick or if you got some kind of condition, you talk about it. You know, you know, like y'all know, oh, she has problems with her knee. She has problems with her hip. You know, because I talk about it. You know, people who have different conditions will talk about it. She never talked about asthma. She never talked about any type of illness. And she didn't look sick to me. When I went through her channel, I never saw any sickness. So that's why I was shocked. Like right after she made a video, she was found unresponsive in her house. All right. That was number one. But number one in the Gambia that we know of, that I know of. Because you know what? You know there's more. You know there's more that we don't know about. You know there's more. This didn't just start happening when I got my YouTube channel. This has been happening. This has been happening. So this is the first one that I knew about. All right. Not the first one ever, because I doubt very seriously if this is the first one ever. I doubt that very seriously. I believe this is the first one that I talked about, that if someone has talked about on YouTube. I believe all the other ones people have just let go and just said whatever, and you know that's been the end of that. Then there was another lady, this lady right here. All right, this lady right here. Her name was Miss Beverly, I believe that was her name. All right, her. She passes away. All right, she passes away. Oh, it was such an outrage when I did a video about this. And they were so, the free cats in the Gambia were so on fire. How dare you say something about this angel, this our lady, this precious person? Oh, it just was ridiculous. It was truly ridiculous. If this lady is truly your friend and you love her so much, you should want to bring awareness to her death. But they said she had cancer and she wanted to come to the Gambia and passed away. But I said, just because she has cancer doesn't mean that's what she died from. How do you know she died from the cancer? How do you know the cancer was her cause of death? Don't you guys want to know the cause of death? Or do you want to just keep guessing? You want to just keep making up causes of death and how people pass away. You don't want any facts on how these people passed away. So no, we don't know anything else about this person because see, they locked down. Now the information is really locked down because now they know somebody in the Gambia is giving the information. So now information is like trickling out of there real little bit at a time. Okay. So she was the third. Let's see. It was Beverly. It was no, it was Audrey, and this is Beverly. All right. So now let's go to the next one in the Gambia. And these are not far away from like the time frame is very close. Okay, this isn't like years. These are months. Here she go, right here, y'all. This is her. This is Latricia, the lady in the ivory coat. Let me put this one back on so y'all can see what they look like. I just want y'all to see. It helps when you see their face. Okay, it helps when you see their face. This is there she go. This is Latricia. This is her. All of a sudden, just like this. Look, just like that. All of a sudden, 3 days there. After 3 days, just like that. They said she had high blood pressure. We don't know. Again, we don't know what happened to Miss Latricia. We don't know. Latrice, I think that's her name. I think that's how you say it. All right, that was her. So now we're gonna go back down here to let me bring you up. After her, then there was we talked about Miss Beverly. Then there was, oh my God, Veronica. This was when it got crazy. This is when I said, no, there's something going on over there. There was absolutely nothing wrong with this woman. And if you want me to think for 1 second that this woman just dropped like that, unresponsive, and that was it, no, no. Veronica really bothered me because I knew you could tell there was nothing wrong with her. These people you see on YouTube, these YouTube content creators, you kind of develop relationships with them, even though you don't know them in real life. You know them on YouTube. You know, this is a fellow YouTube content creator. This is my fellow Black sister. Not only that, she's a YouTube content creator. Her and Audrey. And now they're just gone just like that. No, I owe it to them. I owe it to them for their stories to be heard. And I never thought Veronica would be on my channel. When I had to do Veronica's story, I really cried about this one because I just never thought when I was doing the videos, I was just saying to myself, Veronica, I never thought you would be here. I never thought I would be doing these stories on you. But then when I started investigating Veronica, let me show y'all. So I said, I'm going to honor Veronica and I'm going to find out. I'm going to do whatever I can to share her story, to share her journey, to share what she lived for and to share what she passed away for, to share what she laid her life down for. Because just from what I've been researching, you all, well, you guys know what I think. You don't know how anyone passed away without an autopsy, without a tox screen. You don't know what happened to the person. And somebody who's an agitator, because let's face it, that's how they would describe Miss Veronica in Africa. Definitely in Africa. She's an agitator. Agitators don't end well in Africa. And okay. Veronica, we don't know to this day what happened to her. But we do know that they didn't want us to know. That her house was broken into twice. We do know that because somebody had the courage to tell me, to leak the information to me. Somebody from Sisters International's inner circle, because for some reason, they're getting all this information and they're holding all this information, okay? So somebody leaked the information to me. Her house was broken into twice, y'all. The night when they found her, her house was broken into, okay? The door was open. She was found unresponsive. All right. Well, we need answers. We need answers. Especially what she was doing in the Gambia. What she was doing in the Gambia was causing a public outrage. People were upset. People were angry. People were angry at what she was doing. She was making a lot of enemies with these store people. And who else was she making enemies with that we didn't know about? Who else? So Veronica's passing was one that really made me stop and say, hey, something is going on. And I thought for sure there would be outrage about Veronica. I thought for sure her friends in the Gambia would surely go to the embassy, march at the embassy, protest, do something. They did nothing but attack my YouTube channel. That's all they did. And spread lies about me to whoever would listen. That's all they did. That's all they've done. So now Veronica's gone. I did a whole series on her. All right. So while I'm doing this series, I'm thinking, this is the end of this. There's not going to be any more deaths. We brought awareness to this. I've done video after video after video. People are talking about it. People are sharing the video. People know what's going on now. And I'll be doggone. There was another one. There was another one. But this last one, I'm not going to show you the picture. I'm not going to tell you her name. We're going to call her Jane Doe. But y'all know her name because it's another video. But I'm not going to say the name again because her mom is older. Her mom is, I believe, 89 or 90 years old. And they asked me to please not to say her story. So I'm not going to say her story. Okay. Number 8, I'm not going to say her story because her mom sounds like my mom. She gets on the internet and she listens. She looks around and she listens. And I don't want to say anything that's going to disturb that lady's soul because she's already disturbed. You know, she's already disturbed. But trust me, everything that's been done in the dark will soon come to the light. It will soon come to the light. So that's number 8. All right. So the 8 people, especially when I found out this last lady, her mom didn't deserve to have to go through this, to live through this. I thought that was so unfair. I thought it was just so unfair. And it's the same situation. And we're supposed to be boo-boo the fool and think this is natural. So that's when I started thinking about what Pinky Starks said. They never cared about us, Pinky. They never cared about us. And then I started looking at some policies. I ain't gonna believe this. Then I started looking to see. Then I started backtracking. And I started looking and saying, let me see what's going on with Black women in the United States. Tell me if y'all knew this. If they can, now first I had to, before I began my little research, I had to say, okay, now what is the definition of government? What is the purpose of government? I had to define it. What is the purpose of government, people? The purpose of government is to keep you safe and provide you with what? Opportunity. All right. So that was the question that I asked. Does government keep Black women safe, Black American women safe? And does it provide them with opportunities? The first thing we looked at is, does it keep them safe? All right. So first thing I looked at was the number of missing Black American women and girls. Black American people represent almost 14% of the U.S. population. Y'all know that, right? So more than 33% of those missing, all right, are Black women. All right. Last year, In 2022, Black women, it was reported that there were nearly 100,000, 100,000 Black American women missing in the United States. How can that be when we only make up 7% of the population, yet we make up 20% of the women who are missing in this country? 20%. 20%. But we're only 7% of the population. How does that even math? I can't even figure it out. It doesn't even make sense to me. When I sit there and try to figure it out mathematically, I can't. It's like those numbers don't make sense. So it's also I also found out that when we do go missing, we don't get media attention. Like the ladies, like our ladies, like our ladies in West Africa who are missing, not missing, who have passed away. Do they get media attention? Have they got any media attention other than what I've done for them? No. And then Molly Morris decide, oh, after the fact, I'm gonna throw up a video. I'm gonna throw it, but that ain't media attention. We talk about media attention. They've never gotten media attention. Just like this report says, missing Black women don't get media attention. I'm not gonna say they didn't say they didn't get it. They said it's significantly less than their white counterparts. Okay, and then when they do get this media attention, it's late. If they get it, and when they do get it, it's late. All right, and what happens when it's late is, you know what happens. It's going to impact their chances of finding them. And what they do is they label teenagers, girls, they'll say they're runaways. And once they label them as runaways, they're not going to even look for people. So that's why there's no outrage in the Gambia about the 8 women in the Gambia. Yeah. How is there going to be an outrage in the Gambia? There's not even an outrage in the United States. They're not even outraged here. And there's more people. There's more. They said these discrepancies are the result of a complex web of structural racism. So they know. They know. They're fully aware that this is going on. Okay? They said because, now listen, this is the explanation to why there's so many more Black women and girls who are missing and exploited. You know what they said? They said it was because we live with more structural racism, we live with more discrimination, we live with more violence. So that makes us more, gives us more opportunities for us to come up missing. Yeah. So, let's see, where are we? Okay. Yeah, they're classified as runaways. We talked about that. So, the researcher on this article wanted to know, when was enough going to be enough? When are we going to be outraged about these missing, nearly 100,000 missing women and girls? When are we going to be outraged? Hey, when are we going to be outraged about that? That's what we want to know. But there's no outrage. There's no nothing. So we're waiting for the outrage about the women passing away in Africa. We're waiting for it, wondering when it's going to come. I guess when the outrage comes about the missing 100,000 missing Black Americans in the United States. So let's go. Let's go look at these comments, and then I'm going to hit you with some more facts about, do they care about Black Americans? Let's see. that? What is that? So, we're gonna go through these comments real quick, y'all. When buying land, always get a lawyer. Okay, bye, y'all. Y'all have fun and be safe. Uh, I think they did get a lawyer, y'all. Anyone can sell you anything. I think they did, Miss Africana. I think they did. I think the ladies did have a lawyer. They did everything they were supposed to do. I think you're correct on that, but I don't want to go into the new year. I didn't. So they're talking about that there. I'm glad you are talking about the author and her sister. The story. Yeah, that story is really sad. I feel you, Picky. Well, think more positive for the new year. Well, I gotta watch that video. Uh, hit the like button. Thank you. Yeah, that story was really interesting, and it was really crazy. Yes, no matter what's happened, try to live the best life. You are getting low sounding again, Kiki. Really? I wonder why. Uh, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Where we at, y'all? Uh, so I know I hear myself talking, and I normally don't do that. Welcome to the new year. It's being optimistic. Yes, yes, yes. What are y'all talking about? I don't think I was talking about. She don't want him for a reason. Uh, y'all are saying hi to each other. Afro Goddess is on here. Hello, Afro Goddess. Uh, she's saying hi to everybody. It's not playing yet. We're talking about the video. Okay. Okay, this is where the video wasn't playing. Okay, this is all about the video. So as I'm reading these stats about what's going on with Black women in the United States, I'm like, oh, so this is what's going on. There is nobody really cares for real. Nobody really cares for real. So, oh, really? Happy New Year. Y'all let me know when it's 2024 there. Can't wait. Y'all let me know when it's 2024 there so we can tell y'all Happy New Year. In your New Year is 6 to 8 hours. Oh, thank you. Thank you for spending it with me. At 7 o'clock? No, I got people watching me from different places. Welcome to the New Year's being optimistic. Grand New Year, a man with all that's giving in the world, the political turmoil. Okay. 2024. Okay. So y'all just wishing each other Happy New Year. I gave up drinking alcohol. What? I gave up drinking alcohol 3 months ago. I'm going to go look for those panty channels to see if any of them talked about these women. I don't think so. Look and see. Picky Wells, you have not talked about nothing on Point in Africa good. Okay. I had to put down the Jack Daniels this year. What? Oh my God. Yeah, that stuff is strong. I'm okay. They talking about something, y'all. Okay. Black Americans have always been targets. They watch our men and know they can do what they want. All of them look really healthy. And not one of them looked sick. Black women have always been targets. I see. And when I was in school, this was really interesting because they wanted me, the feminist girls, the Black feminist girls. They always wanted me to get on their issue, and I never would. I never would because I always said, before I'm a woman, I'm a Black American, But then I realized as I got out into this professional world, no, no, you're going to have to deal with both of them. You're going to have to deal with racism and you're going to have to deal with sexism. You're going to have to deal with being not only a Black American, you're going to have to deal with being a Black American woman. And that is the issue with these 8 women. These are Black American women. Okay. And that's why there's no outrage. My sister checked TikTok and lost time. Uh, okay. I might see if there's a part. Oh God, y'all talking about going. Okay, so let me go back to this. They talk about going to parties and stuff. So then I said, let me look at another thing keeping us safe when it comes to are we safe? Because see, before we can say they don't care, we gotta have facts, okay? And before we can think of a solution, because we gotta have a solution. We can't just let this go on. We gotta do something. So I looked up Black females who are unalived. And there was a study in 2019, and they found that they found 501 Black females were unalived in this study they did by males that they knew. Okay, nationwide in 2019, nearly 2,000 females were unalived, Black American females, by someone that they knew. All right. They said these people had they were using unalived with handguns, and 70% of the victims were unalived, pow pow. Okay, that's what happened to them. Now think about that. These are women, and these are men that they know. These are not strangers. These are men that they know. These are usually intimate partners. So the women who are unalived in America are usually unalived by intimate partners, and also violently. Yeah. This is another alarming statistic that's going on with Black American women, okay? 65% of them were unalived by a handgun. By a handgun. And handguns are just everywhere. Where's the outrage? Before we can have outrage over there, people, we gotta have outrage over here. Before we can be mad over there, people, we gotta be mad over. We gotta unify and talk about the issues over here before we can run and talk about the issues over there. That's why it's going on. That's why it's going on. Because they know nobody's gonna stand up for us. Who's gonna stand up for us? Who has stood up for us so far? Who has stood up for us? Nobody. And who has historically stood up for us? Somebody has historically stood up for us. Let's see if y'all know. I'm gonna give y'all time to answer while I give y'all some more information. So these Black women are unalived. The offenders are somebody that they know. It's usually violently. It's usually with an argument, with a handgun. And 40% of them have experienced some type of intimate partner violence throughout their lifetime. So 40% of them have experienced some type of domestic violence throughout their lifetime. We need to be outraged about that. We got to be outraged about things like this, people. We got to be outraged about the condition that Black women are finding themselves in this country and when we travel abroad. Black women are nearly three times more likely than white women to be killed by an intimate partner. Now that's a statistic. That's the fact. That's the research proven fact. That they went and asked studied these stats, and they found out these were intimate partners that were killing, that were unaliving these Black women. I wonder what's going on with these black women in Africa. I wonder how they're being unalived over there. Let's go back to your account. How are they being unalived over there? And y'all, we're not gonna be on here long because it's New Year's Eve. I might see if oh, this is Mr. Uganda talking about the party. He's talking about the party again, y'all. She looks sickly. Who looks sickly, y'all? Who y'all talking about? Her skin, she's skin and bones. Oh, Aja are free. The comment on her Spirits Max channel. He hasn't responded yet. Yeah, I know. See, that's another person we're concerned about. But do we have a system where we can go check on her? No. No. We don't have any way we can go check on her. We don't have any system set up where we can connect with her. Nothing. So we just got to sit here and guess and hope and pray that nothing's happened to her either. In other countries, Black African and Caribbean women are treated bad by their men, and I don't know why American women think they will be treated better. Oh, and she's right. She's right. So we go there thinking we're going to be treated better, but why would we be treated better when they don't even treat their own women? This is how they treat their own women. So why would we go over there and think, okay, they're going to automatically treat us better? Yeah, she is definitely on TikTok. She has a whole big, oh, okay, collage. It looks like she talks about exposing things. Okay, so you seen her on TikTok, Mr. Uganda? Yeah, she said she was on TikTok, yeah. So STDs, okay. Oh, she has a TikTok. She said, yeah, she said she had a TikTok. Yeah, she said she had a TikTok for Black African men will treat us the same way. Yes, they sure will. Hit the like button. Thank you. My sister checked TikTok, and the last time Aja uploaded was on the 8th. Oh no, the 8th of December. So we're back to not hearing from her, y'all. Okay. It's already New Year. Oh, Happy New Year's, Mr. Uganda. Happy New Year's, Mr. Uganda. I might see if there's a part. Okay. Okay. So Mr. Uganda is Happy New Year where he is. All right. So let's go finish this so we can all go celebrate. So opportunities, because this is what we got to focus on this 2024. We got to do better as a people. So opportunity. All right. I want to talk about opportunity. Remember we said for government is the government's job is to provide opportunity for the people, right? To give its people opportunity, right? So this is something else I found quite alarming. All right, I was looking at incarceration rates, and I'm like, incarceration rates, how they're increasing between amongst Black women and girls. All right, I found that to be really alarming. Let's take this down. And I'm like, how is this providing us with opportunities? This is not going to provide us with an opportunity. This is going to once you get a record, it actually makes it harder for you to find opportunity. So arresting women, increasing that just didn't make sense to me. So this is another research study on female incarceration. They said it's critical to understand. You got to understand that this started in the 1980s. Law enforcement started to increase and expand law enforcement efforts. The way they policed us was different. Okay, they were more proactive. They were more about stopping crime before it happened. Okay, it was more about being proactive. That we were going to stop the crime before it happened. Okay, they also had more stiffer drug sentences, and they had barriers to reentry. Like if people, I remember people who had felonies, they couldn't get jobs, they couldn't find places to live. So, these people will ultimately go back into, the justice system. So this started increasing, and it's been increasing since 1980. And it stands now at 6 years, 6 times higher. The prison sentence now is 6 times higher than it was in 1980. And it says over half of 58% of them prison women in state prison, and this is really messed up, they have children. So not only is this lack of opportunity because my mother's in prison is affecting the woman, it's going to affect the kid. Because what chance and opportunity do you think this kid is going to have when the mom is in prison? And will these state laws mandate that the police arrest people, the police differently, and that they have these mandatory sentences? So it says between 1980 and 2021, the number of women in prison increased. And y'all not gonna believe how much it increased by. It increased by 525%. Another crazy number. Another crazy number. Rising the total of women in prison to nearly 30,000 in 1980. In 1980, there was nearly 30,000. Guess how many there was in 2021? There was 168,000 women in prison. 168,000 in prison, along with that other 100,000 that's missing, along with that other percentage that's being unalived by their intimate partners. It doesn't look like African American women, Black women are safe or have very much opportunity in the United States. It said these rates did drop, though, in all fairness, the rates did drop in 2020. All right, in 2020, they said the rates dropped because of COVID-19. But if you look at the graph that I've got put up here, you see those rates began to rise again. All right, in 2021, you see they're going right back up. All right, now there are approximately, y'all not going to believe it, 976,000 women under supervision of the criminal justice system. Can y'all believe that? Can y'all believe that? Because I can't. I cannot. 62%. No, 62 per 100,000 or out of every. No, that's not a good one. Let me give y'all another one. That one's too hard to understand. Some of these statistics they give them to you, it's too hard to make people understand them. Y'all look for ones that people can really easily understand. So between 2000 and 2021, the rate of imprisonment in the state and federal prison declined. Remember? I told y'all it declined because of what? Remember, they let people out of prison because of COVID. But do y'all know why there was a stark increase in the prison population? Do y'all know? Because of the war on drugs. So you got to understand this war on drugs and what it did to the Black and to our neighborhoods and to our people. That's when everybody became a target. That's when anybody could go to jail. Okay, that's when the police could pretty much do anything. And when they had this war on drugs, the war on drugs did not go the way that they wanted it to go. It didn't go the way that they planned it to go. Okay, women were more likely to be incarcerated now. There were 25% more women in prison than before on drug offenses. Because remember, now there's a war on drugs. All right? So now I got to look for people to commit who's committing those drug offenses because there's a war on this drug. So I got to prove we're fighting this war. So I'm looking for people to fight this war with. 19% of the incarcerated women have been convicted of property crimes, 12% of the men in prison, 12% of men and 19% of the women have been incarcerated for property crimes. So the main things that they're going to jail for are drug offenses and property crimes, okay? Let me see. So we looked at that. And like I said, this war on drugs. Now they said this war on drugs was not supposed to happen the way it happened. When it was implemented, it didn't intend for women to be caught up in going to prison, Black women the way they are. All right. So there's they people have now united against this war on drugs, and they're reforming this war on drugs, and they're changing this policy so um, they don't police the black community the way they're doing it. Okay, so they're trying to like lessen this war on drugs. Now let's go in y'all comments real quick and see what y'all think. The phone light is giving me a headache. Gonna have to just listen in. Okay, good. Take your head down and listen. Hit the like button. This is done to something ain't right with no, agreed. Hasn't responded to the TikTok either. Remember, she said she was blocked out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with her, y'all. She's getting, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I have no clue. I have no clue. So, that's the opportunities that we're getting. We're getting the opportunity to go to jail, y'all. The prison rates are increasing. All right, the prison rates are increasing. So we're missing. Let's get this right. We're missing. We're being unalived by intimate partners, and we're also filling up the prisons in mass numbers faster than ever. Faster than ever. Okay. And then when we look at the labor market, like I said, you know, we enter the labor market and we don't realize that when we get in the labor market, we're going to be confronted by racism and sexism. We're going to have to, as a professional, you're going to have to deal with that at some point in your life, even in a minimum wage job. Even they said, even in a minimum wage job, you're going to have to deal with this. And that's because a lot of the policies for employment we were left out of course. Black women were not included in these policies when they were passing the legislation. All right. So that's why they don't impact us the way to help us in a positive way, because they weren't designed to help us. They weren't designed to help us. Like paid sick leave. All right. It says over 36% of Black workers lack paid sick leave. Something like that. So you can't even get sick and take off work. Because if you get sick and take off work, you're not going to get paid for work. It says nearly 28% of the Black women are employed in service jobs. All right. In service jobs. And these jobs pay the lowest pay. So you're saying, okay, Kiki, so you gave us all this information about basically they don't care about us. No, they really don't. We see the policy has not cared about us and has not done us well. So what do we do? What have we done? What have we done in time? So I went back and I looked, y'all, and I said, there's got to be something that we did. And it was. Y'all know what we have that was different than what we have now, that we don't have now. Like we need it right now for this Aja, a freak lady. We need, they had social clubs. They had lady social clubs. The Black ladies back in the day, they would get together and they would form social clubs. All right. These social clubs. And these social clubs, it was their duty to help educate the people. It was their duty to make sure public policy was passed in a manner that impacted us positively. The lady social clubs were the voices of the Black community. And these social clubs are no more, or they're far, far and few between. So what I found was that if we truly want to be safe when we travel anywhere, we have to unite. We have to have some kind of community, like this thing going on with Aja. Like this thing going on with Aja. Yeah, I'm gonna put this link in the comment section. I'm pretty much done. This link, this after this, what I'm telling y'all now about social media movement. So if y'all want to come on and talk, y'all can come on and talk. All right, and tell me what y'all think we need to do as a people. Because what I realized is that we have to work as a people to help each other. This is not going to stop because there's nothing to make it stop. There's no one to make it stop. Who's going to make it stop? Who's going to make it stop? That's what I want to know. Who's going to make it stop? Who's going to be the person to make it stop? Our Congress people don't even. I can guarantee you that the congressman in Ohio, well, I don't know if Anita's a congressperson, but I guarantee you that the Congress people don't even know about this stuff. They don't even know about this. Do they know what's going on in Africa? Do they know about what's going on? No. If we don't stand up and say something, how are they going to know, people? How are they going to know? If we don't write our congressperson, if I don't write my congressperson and say, I'm concerned about Aja, I'm concerned about these women who are passing away in Africa, I'm concerned about this, my congressperson, how can you help me? How can you help us deal with this? So I'm telling you, people, this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to write our congressperson. That's the first step. That's the first step. We got to join together on this social media platform system, and we got to be the outrage. We got to be the social club now. We got to be the ladies' social club. We got to write our Congress people, ladies. Whoever's on here listening to me, ladies or gentlemen, whoever's on here, we got to write them. And we got to let them know this is what's going on. This is what's going on. There are women who are just passing away unexpectedly in West Africa, and we're not satisfied with this, congressperson. What can you do to help me? What can you do to help us feel safe when we travel? This has got to be done because this isn't just happening to us. This isn't just happening to us. That's a fact. I work for the government and we have to take mandated yearly training about sex. Yes, 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 yes. We have been trained to devalue, hold on, y'all, to devalue one. Yes, YouTube is full of stories of murder and myth. Yes. Then when I was getting ready for the story, I watched other stories, and you would not believe how many stories was coming up, the suggested stories about women who were missing, Black women who were missing and murdered, missing and murdered, missing and murdered. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. And what are we outraged about? These women who are suspiciously passing away in the Gambia. It's the same thing. It's the same issue. It is the same issues, people. We gotta unite it. We have to, ladies. We have to. And if we unite on something as simple as we start with writing, like I said, when I was in school, I remember we used to do letter writing campaigns to our congressperson. We would start with our mayor. Then we would write the congressperson. And they'll write you back. And you tell them what your issue is. This is how we bring the issue to the forefront. This is how we keep pushing this issue. We got to keep pushing this issue. We got to keep pushing it. If we don't keep pushing this issue, then our voices will not be heard. They will not be heard. And this issue will just will fall by the wayside. And it will continue to happen because who's going to stop it? Who's going to stop it? Remember, she said she was blocked out and woke up with a blacked out, woke up with a bad, wondering how she got there, wondering in her bed, wondering how she. I don't know. I got to go back and maybe we should do some videos, y'all. Maybe if we did some live videos about her, that would make her respond or somebody respond. Because I don't know. Mr. Uganda. Okay, so we looked at all that. All right, so what I think we need to do, like I said, is we need to first write about these ladies passing away. And about other issues in this community, okay? Is that we need to write our congressperson, okay? We need to organize ourselves as a unit, all right? And we need to write. Email them. It's so easy to contact them now, y'all. All you got to do is email them, okay? We email them and let them know what we want and what we're upset about. That's the only thing we can do to get answers. Contact the district office. They stay mailing us newsletters. Yeah. About women missing in Africa. Exactly. And about this lady we're trying to get in touch with, that we don't know what happened to her, and that she was scared she was telling us that people were going to do something to her, and now we cannot reach her. So this is what I want y'all to do. If y'all want to be a part of this letter writing campaign, I want y'all to put your email in the comment section, okay? And what I'm going to do is email you who we're going to write. You're going to write your person, all right? Wherever you are, the first person you're going to write is your person, all right? And then, like, I'm going to write my person, my congressperson, who is Mike Turner. I'm going to write Mike Turner about the missing lady who just disappeared off of YouTube, all social media, after she's been threatened. And then I'm going to write them about the 8 ladies that I've done stories on who have just unexpectedly passed away in West Africa. Okay? What can we do? What can we do to stop this from happening, congressperson? That's all we want to know. That's all we want to know. Or you can email me. Y'all know my email address, whichever one. So after we do that, we're going to do our congressperson first. And then we're going to contact, who else do we, what does it say, the district office? I'm not sure who we're going to contact after that. I have to look and see who would be the next contact. But right now, the most important contact is our congressperson. I don't even know what that was. Okay, that's the most important person that we contact now is our congressperson. Let them know what's going on. We have to let them know what's going on because they don't know. They don't know. And if we're all writing at the same time, they're going to be like, wait a minute, something's going on. And this is how we got things done back in the day. We moved as a unit. We got to move as a unit, people. I don't care if it's ladies, men, whoever. We got to do this. We got to move as a unit. We got to move as this YouTube social media family community who are looking out for each other. And this is going to be all over the United States and wherever Mr. Uganda is. I don't even know what country he's in, but wherever you are, Mr. Uganda, you write your people. We all got to do this. You write your people. Mr. Uganda, who's some media people that we should contact? Who are media people y'all think we should contact? We'll contact them next. That's who we'll do next. The media. Then we'll hit them with a blitz of letters. Who are the media people who would be interested in this story? Because there are some media people who would be interested in this story. We need to contact those people. All the government cares about is profiting. Yeah, but that's why we got to do this. That's why I'm telling you, we have to do this. The social net or the social clubs, that's what they did. That's what they did. They didn't look to government because they knew government was not going to do it. So they did it for themselves. But once we get them involved, once we contact them, once we say to them, we've contacted you and you've done nothing. Why is it okay for these African American women to be passing away in the Gambia, but the passport brothers, oh, they don't call it, they don't say brothers, they say bros. I'm talking about them next. I'm going to start talking about them. Oh, I can't wait to talk about them. It's been crazy. Because this is happening to them too. Okay? That's why something's got to be done. This isn't just happening to us. We're passing away. They're being drugged. They're being robbed. They're being kidnapped. But guess what's the difference? I was reading. I was listening. They said the U.S. government wants to know. The U.S. government is demanding an answer. I said, what? The U.S. government is demanding an answer. How come they're not demanding an answer about these ladies in West Africa? What's the difference? The difference is the passport brothers probably contacted their government. They're probably contacted their embassy. They've contacted their congressperson. And we haven't. We haven't. Like they move as a unit. They're making videos all about this. They're telling each other what to do. They're telling each other what, oh, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all because I can't believe it. I cannot believe what I can't believe where Black has been talking about it. Where Black has been talking about it. She's the one who really got me on it because I seen a crazy video on her channel and it made me want to know more. And y'all, this is not just happening to us. This is happening to Americans wherever they go, men or women. So we got to stand up and do something. We got to write about this. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. Oh yeah, I forgot about them. Oh, you're right. Look, y'all, she's right. We need to write all these up here: the Urban League, CBC, and I can't see all those. Y'all know I broke my glasses. I'm getting some new ones in January. To be the ones leading the charge. We should write them too. All right. I'm gonna write all this down. All right. And I'm gonna compile it in like a little to-do list. All right. So send me your email so I can send it to you. Okay. So Pinky says we're going to write our congressperson, and we can use the same letter. All you got to do is change who you're sending it to. We're going to write our congressperson. Then we're going to write all these other entities. Okay. We're going to write the Urban League because she's right. The NAACP. What about them? The Urban League. What about them? They fight for us. They speak for us. We need to go to them and say, we need help. We need help. These are grandmothers. These are grandmothers. These are nanas. These are mimis. These are KKs that this is being done to. This is crazy. And you go over to Colombia, and what's going on? What's happening to these men over there is insane. Insane. But until we unite as an international traveling community, because they don't know about us. They don't know about the people who want to feel safe when they go to Africa. They don't know about us. But they're going to know about us. They gotta know about us for us to have any chance of feeling safe anywhere we go. They got to know. And she's absolutely right. The tanning should be checking in for this. Yeah, they're. I don't know if they talked about it. I don't know if I ever seen them talk about it, but I know the passport bros, they do a lot. They don't hold secrets like that. They share information, and that's what's getting the message out there. That's what's like why everybody's talking about it. So then we bring it to our community, and then we talk about it even more. Then it's going to get talked about it even more because now we have a point. Not only is this happening in West Africa, this is happening in Colombia. They're being unalived over there. I seen a video. I'm going to show y'all. I was up watching this. I seen a video. This man was unalived over a necklace, over a necklace, over a gold necklace. Yes, getting set up, getting set up. We're going to talk about that. I'll draft the letter and look for some contact. Okay, good, Mr. Uganda. Okay, good. And Mr. Uganda, send us the contact. So we'll know like who you think is some good contact for the media, and then we'll send it out to everybody and tell them this is who we're gonna write next. So we can like blitz them. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let's all send the letters at the same time. You know what I mean? We'll flood them with letters. And then they're gonna be like, wait a minute. And these letters are coming from all over, all kind of people. What the heck is that? Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Perhaps some of the other YouTubers in the space can form an open letter to the public to a representative. Yes, Mr. Uganda, that sounds like a good idea. Can form an open letter to a public. Why don't you do that? Show us what you're talking about. Because I don't know what you mean. I don't think I understand what you mean. Passport bros are asking for, I know. And you know what? But I said to myself, but God, they still don't deserve that. Not what's happening to them. But you putting yourself in crazy situations. And these girls that they with, they know these girls would not be with them on a regular basis. I don't care how big their muscles are. I don't care how big their muscles are. And they're going for these girls who just, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. And they let you know that's what they're going over there for. So they're letting you know, the world know this is what we're going over here for. And we don't have no shame in our game. They don't. But it's still not right for them to, I feel like if that's what they want to do, then go ahead and do it. But what's going on, what's happening to them is just, oh, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Oh yes, a man on here went missing after meeting a woman on Community, also known as Black the Video. Okay. I think I heard them talking about that one. One community got tied up with a toxic space long ago. He this happens to like yes, yes, this happens to them because they both go to Colombia, white Americans and black Americans. Black white people don't come to Africa like that. But yeah, oh my God, it was an Asian one, an Asian American guy just went over there, was set up and was unalive. He was unalive. And he was a big guy in his community, was kidnapped and unalive. We're going to talk about this, y'all, because I'm going to show y'all this is not just happening to us. And get Black Americans who don't watch this channel to write also. Yes. So we got to take it off just my channel. We got to go off this channel. We got to go wherever we can go to spread this message because it ain't about this channel. It's about what's happening to us, wherever we go. Not being safe is what's stopping my, and that's it. And that's what's making me hesitant to even go back. And y'all, I've never hesitated about going to Africa. Never. But I'm like, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go. Because I'm like, it's not safe over there. I don't feel safe over there. I don't feel safe. A lot of those panties are Caribbean living in America starting to go to Africa, but not the Caribbean. Yeah, the Caribbean is nice too. Hi, Tony. How you doing? If a bigger YouTuber can make an open letter, oh, for Congress, then the subscribers can bring more awareness by just sharing this open letter. The letter can be shared across the platform. Okay, so we need to contact a bigger YouTuber. Who do we contact that would be interested? You know what I mean? We have to find a bigger one, big one, who would be interested in doing this. What about Dynas? Is he a big one or one bigger than him? Who do you think? Who do you think is a big one we should contact? We can contact that YouTube person. We need several of them actually, and see if they'll do that. I'm sure they will, because all we want them to do is write the letter. And we want them to open the letter to their, and you know what? I saw something on change.org about petition. They even get celebrity attention to add pressure to Congress. We can do that. We can see who can we can see who would be interested in that. I know I'll write. Dave Chappelle lives in a city that's not too far from me. And I know sometimes he gets involved in issues like, you know, oh, Kalel Jenkins, Genesis. Okay, y'all want to contact, he was on my channel actually. Okay, so y'all want to contact him, and who else? We need more than just one. Mr. Genesis, and who else? Who else who else can we contact? The American Rifleman, contact him. Paris was mine might even pick up this. Oh, that's right, because she does. Oh, yeah, Mr. Uganda. You gonna write her? This is something she might be up. Yes. Hey, Mr. Uganda, why don't you write her? Because she gonna tell that I don't watch her show like that if I write her. So if you write her, because you're right, she does do stuff like this. Write her, Mr. Uganda, and ask her. Tell her we need her help, for her to help bring this. Oh my God. If she talked about this, y'all, it would be everywhere. If she just did one show about these 8 ladies, just one show. YouTuber Phil Scott. Okay, who was Phil Scott, y'all? Oh, did they? They got out. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. Y'all know who they are? We talked about them on here too. Oh God, they got out. Y'all remember them, the Stevenson brothers. Let me show y'all them. The Stevenson brothers. And y'all know how they got out? We wrote letters to the Congress people. We kept on and kept on writing letters to the Congress people. The passport bros was on it. They were all writing letters. They were doing videos about it. They kept on, they stayed on it, they stayed on it, they stayed on it. They did not let it go. Let me show y'all that. We did a story about them. Oh my God, they're out. But that's what I'm telling y'all. We got to get on this stuff. We got to take advantage of this. We got to use social media. Social media is very powerful. And we have to use it for what the power that we can harness from it. Oh yeah, I cannot believe they are out. Oh, because I couldn't believe they were in there. It was crazy. Once you listen to their story, yeah, once y'all listen to their story, here they go, right here. The Stevenson brothers. That's them, right here. The two brothers. That's them. Next to Miss Jeanette. That's them. Yep. And they finally got out. And the same thing, they went there. They were involved in a land dispute. They didn't want them having the land. So what did they do? The chief went and told the police that he had unalived two people and they was buried on their property. And I kid y'all not, they went there with the police and found two bodies that were buried on their property. And they had no idea how those two bodies got there. Yes, they was digging up all kind of stuff on them. It was just crazy. Go watch that video about the Stevenson brothers. That's another one. And how did they get out? The same way I'm telling y'all we need to do. Media and writing our Congress people. Because DC born Rob is a YouTube person who kept pushing their story. I'll try and I'll let you know. I'll let you all know who it goes. Her videos go extremely viral. I know. Many Black women in multiple regions. I know, love here. I know. That's why it would be good to contact her. It would be really good if we could get her. And who else did y'all say? Mr. Genesis. So we got Paris Milan and we got Mr. Genesis. Okay. Anything else y'all can think of? Here's my email address. Y'all email me, okay? Mr. Uganda, if you got any more ideas, you email me. Everybody email me if you got any ideas. But first, we're going to have to go with this letter writing campaign to our congressperson. That's the very first thing. To all of them. We're just going to hit them with these letters. Yep. Yep. Or you can tell me, or just tell me what to write in the letter. You know what I mean? I can email her actually, because you might be busy. I don't want to put it on you because you sound like you might be busy. Well, let me know if you don't email her, I'll email her. Okay. Black American and Caribbean men are not going to care enough to write. Need more women content creators. Yes. Okay. We got. Oh, so you don't think you? Who said Mr. So y'all don't think Mr. Genesis is a good one? Yeah, they are home, the Stevenson brothers. I'm so happy. That is such good news on this. Oh my God, that is such good news. Because one of them had cancer, y'all. One of them caught COVID. The poor dad, he bankrupted his whole house, his whole lifestyle, paying for lawyers. It was just crazy. DC Rob, man. Oh, that was nice because he had a lot to do with them getting out. He had a lot to do with it. He stayed on it and he stayed on it and he stayed on it. And it was all because they were jealous. They were jealous. They didn't want them there. They did not want them there. We refuse to buy life insurance but give our money to Asian companies. We leave our children in poverty and expect to go farming to bury us. Oh, that's so sad. All right, y'all. That's the plan. That's my email address. Let me put it back up here. That's the plan to start this writing campaign. We also need white women to help too. We need all women to help too. We need all people. That's why I said we need all people to help. Anybody who's outraged by this, you need to write. That's why if you look, I talk like through my channel, I even talk about white women who've been romance scammed, and some of them have passed away. Some of them have passed away. And you see they're putting laws in place for these romance scams. So they're cracking down on this romance scam because people have been talking about this. So we need to start talking about this. All right. So if you got any more ideas, just email me at KEKELUBS Nigeria@gmail.com. I'll put it right. Let me put it up here so y'all can see it. And email me if you have any ideas or suggestions on things that we can do. But right now, we are doing a letter writing campaign. We're writing our Congress people to let them know about these deaths in the Gambia of these ladies. And then we're going to go step it up and we're going to contact our local NAACP branches. Okay. So like Pinky contacts her branch. She write and tell her branch. I write and tell my branch. Edra, she write and tell her branch. Places and Spaces write and tell her branch. You know, like that. Mr. Uganda, I don't know if y'all have one, but whatever place y'all have, you know, that handles issues for minorities, African American, African Americans, but Black people, you write them. You see what I mean? So so let's start with that. Oh, and media. We also need media platforms, so we should write, and we also need YouTube content creators who we should contact bigger ones who we feel like will take the story and talk about it. All right, y'all. So I'm going to be back in a couple of days, like I said, because we're going to talk about what's going on with the Passport Brothers, because it's Passport Bros, because it's bad. It's bad. It's not safe. And we should be able to go travel and be safe wherever we go. And it seems like we're not safe anywhere we go. All right. Kiki, how about a form letter? That's a good idea. We can send yeah, a form letter. That's a good idea. Do you want to type the form letter? Didn't you say you was going to type one? Because I believe in sharing the joy. So the form letter, you want to they get enough coverage. Yeah, they do. International lawyer. See, that's what I mean. She just said the Passport Bros get enough coverage. That's what I'm saying. They keep putting their story out there. They keep telling what's happening to them. But y'all haven't seen these. These are the smaller ones. Because I look at the small YouTube people, not the big ones. These are the small. Oh, yeah, it's crazy what I see. Okay, we need the form letter. So, Pinky, you want to give me the form letter? An international lawyer assistant can help, the associate can help them get free. Okay. Well, okay, yeah, Pastor C, they do. They get tons of coverage. There's tons of, but y'all wait till y'all see what's today? Sunday, Monday. I'll probably do it Tuesday, the 2nd. Yep, I'm gonna do it the 2nd. I'm gonna take tomorrow off and get the videos together because it's and I'm gonna do a series of videos. That's just crazy. It's crazy. I'll write one and send it to you for us. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good, because that'll help me a lot. All right. So Kiki's gonna write the letter, y'all. It's gonna be one form letter. Oh, and we can send that letter to everybody, so we'll all have the same letter. Okay. I don't care about the passport. Oh, Pinky, but you got to see this. I didn't care about them either till I saw this. Oh, honey, you have to see it. You got to see it. And then we're going to comment on it. Because after all of this, they still keep going over there. Not one of them said, I'm not going back there no more. Not one. I'm going to show y'all one. The one you talked about for Black. Hey, Mr. Hey, Mr. Sick Police. How you doing, Mr. Sick Police? Thank you. Keep the message going. Sure. Oh, thank you, Mr. St. Police, for the $5 holla. And thank you for stopping by. But yeah, we got to talk about the past. I just want y'all to see this because it's unbelievable what he went through. It's two of them y'all have to see. You have to see it. Okay? Because this is more for us to prove our point with. That this is good. These men are being drugged. They're being everything. Everything. One man even went undercover, y'all, and got it on film. He filmed the girl putting it in his drink. Everything. Everything. Oh, why you still not here? No, give your comment. Give your commentary. Okay? All right, so this is what we're gonna do, y'all. Bomani. Maybe Bomani. Okay, y'all. Just give me the names of who y'all think. We'll just get a list of names. Then Pinky's going to give us the letter. We're going to type up the letter. All right. And then we're going to send this letter out to different types of people. And we're going for hookers need to be. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because I don't know. And it's obvious. But why put yourself in that? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I just can't believe. I just want y'all to see what this man went through. What this man went through. And what they keep going through just to keep going over there. To chase these girls. To chase these girls. So that's all we're going to do tonight. Pinky's going to get us the letter together. Then we're going to send the letter out to different people. That'll be the letter for all the people. We'll send it out. We'll send the same standard letter. Romani is a hustler. He don't care. I said his name for a joke. Okay. So we got a list of people. We got to get names of people to send this out to. And we do need to get the Pan-African groups involved because they need to know. We need their help. We need their help because it's a lot of them. Everybody can come together. We got to all come together. So maybe we'll send them letters. We'll send the Pan-Africans that we know letters, to get them all involved in this. Mr. Sim Police, Mr. Rifleman, they're on here. So they hear what we're talking about because we got to bring awareness. Mr. Sim Police and Mr. Rifleman, we're trying to bring awareness to these women passing away in West Africa. And we want the Pan-Africans to help us. We want them to help us write letters to our Congress people and to the NAACP and whoever else we need to write letters to. We have a form letter that we're getting together, and we just need y'all to send it out. So that's what we want from y'all. All right, Pinky, be in touch. Okay, good. So she's gonna send me the letter by Tuesday. I need y'all email so I can send y'all the letter. Okay, so put them in the comment section or email me because y'all got my email, or put them in the comment section, whichever way, so I can send y'all the letter. All right, that's all I have. I want to wish y'all a happy new year. Mr. Uganda, thank you for spending your happy new year with me and everybody who's on here. This New Year's Eve, y'all, let's do something different. We're going to do something different. We're not, like my grandmother said, we're not going to talk about it, just talk about it. We're going to be about it. We're going to be the change that we want to see. All right. We want to see action done. We want to see something done about these women passing away in West Africa. So guess what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're not going to sit around and wait anymore. We're going to do it. And we're going to get the other groups to help us do it. All right. Maybe I will be safe the next summer going to Tanzania, I hope. It should be. You should be. Especially with our letter writing campaign. Things should get better after we send out our letters. All right. Thank you, Mr. Uganda. Okay, you be in touch too. And don't forget media outlets, y'all. What media outlets should we contact? Because media will be interested. What media would be interested in this? Yes, you got to be the change. You got to be the change that you want to see. And we want people involved in this. We want somebody doing something about this. So we got to be the somebody that do something about this. All right? YouTube content creators have a lot of power. They have a lot of we have a lot of reach, Mr. Uganda. The people on here, you guys have a lot of reach. We all can come together and form one big united force that would have never been formed if it wasn't for social media, if it wasn't for YouTube. So we can do this, y'all. We can stop this. We can say enough is enough. We the people have spoken. All right. So I will be in touch. I'll be waiting for that later letter from you, Pinky. Media outlets who y'all think we should write. Email me. YouTube content creators who y'all think we should write. Email. All right. All right. Again, thank you so much for coming out. Y'all have a happy New Year. I wanted to get on here and get off so y'all could have time to get ready to go celebrate y'all New Year. All right. Happy New Year, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for everything.